Mad Soul. Thanks for being here. You're always a champion. Oh, short and swim. Hello, number. Have you read the description of my video? Number. If you'd like a free reading, then you are the first person, so you will get a free reading. But with Emily, how are you? You are the second person in. Would you like a free reading today? So the free readings are the first 5 people that actually enter the room. Yeah? Thank you. So we have to wait for 5 people to get the list. Otherwise, people come and go, blah, 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 blah. So we'll just wait. Swati, would you like a free reading? Emily Lanes. Yeah, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. How many have we got? How many did we get? Let's have a look. So the first one, right, okay, let's do the free rest. 3, 5. Swedish gem. Satyendra. So let's have a look if we've got 5 people. Read the description to what we're doing at the moment. So first free is number. Let's do number. Right, it's the first person. Free reading, followed by Swati, followed by Emily. Emily, followed by Satyendra. And then the last one, Swedish gem. Oh, you've done it. Why are you faster than me, Mad Soul Tarot? Are you joking me? Right, wait a minute. You're too fast. You're too fast, love. Yeah, you're faster than me. Not you, Mad Soul Tarot. Number. Right, okay. You've done it too. Right, we'll pin this list up then, Mad Soul Tarot, as soon as you've done it. Right, okay. So listen, guys, who've come in to be free. There's 5 of you in here that are getting free readings. Please like the video for one thing, because I've liked it, and that's only 3. So if you want a free reading, this takes a long time, guys. Please be respectful and like the video. Please share as well, right? So, yeah, well, you and me both. Right, so listen, well, good, like listen. So the list is in the pinned comment. So the first one is number, Lou. Next is Emily, next is Swati, then Satyendra, and then Swedish gem. Please be patient, right? Very important. So the first person, obviously, is number Lou. And you posted your, what do you see for me for the rest of 2022? So the next person on the list, as soon as I've finished this person, you will type your question. Okay. If in the middle of doing these free readings, a channel member comes in, we stop to do the channel member. All right. Yes, it is. Right, this is from number. Thanks for being here, guys. You're excited. Ooh la la. Remember, guys, do not delete comments. Even if you've got a free, if you write a comment and you delete it, ooh, banned from channel. They have, Mad Soul. What's the rest of 2022? I'll tell you, they were like this. Zoom. They were that ready. They went, zoom, I'm going to be here first. Right, let's have a look. Right, what's the rest of numbers 2022 looking like? Right, this is for a number. Now, where's Valerie? Yes, I know she... Right, don't get involved. Right. Miller, how are you? Miller, you need to read the description, what's happening now. Right, the rest of 2022 for number is... I won't see it, Emily. What? Right, okay. You know the free list, and you're way down the line. Swati's next, so there's no point you posting your question because I'm not going to see it. So the rest of the 2022 for number is the Four of Fire. So the Four of Fire is a great card for you to celebrate on the higher aspects within our life. This is always the gratitude card. So when we have gratitude for life and we can share it with family and friends, this is a good sign to rebuild on the bigger things within your life. So just imagine if you set up the energy for this year to what you can achieve next year. So those bigger things in life are going to be great when you use your intuition and when you know what it is you're going for. So you already know in your life, do you want a new home? Do you want to set up that committed relationship? Follow your intuition and things will go really, really well for you. Also, you have the strength card as well, number. This is a really good aspect for you to take the courage and really want bigger things for yourself. Why are you settling for second best? Have the strength. Yes, I'd like a nicer home. Yes, I want a loyal relationship. Those are the things that I want to set up to go into next year. Notice that this is a major arcana card. This is a major arcana card, and this is a pretty good card, isn't it? So all in all, if you set up the energy to take courage and have strength and assertiveness to where you're going, then you can win. The High Priestess shows pay attention to your intuition. Don't necessarily listen to those doubts within your head. Go forward, celebrate the bigger things within your life. Thank you, number. Yes, Miller, you can donate. Donated readings always take preference over the free readings. As I said, if a channel member comes in, they get their general, and if donations happen, then they get theirs. Emily, hold on a minute. Are you next? Oh, Emily was second. Oh, yeah, sorry. That's what I did. That's what I did. I did Swati next. But if you've done Emily next, that's fine. At least Swati is here. And then you did the list before I put the fifth person on. Yeah. You did it different. Yeah. Swati, I thought you were next. Who's right? Me or Mad Soul? Oh, Emily was second to comment. Oh, well. You've got to let Mad Soul be right. Swati, you're third. Let's stick with these lists. It was very fast. Wait a minute. Let's see if Miller is going to donate. Miller, do you want to donate before we get into this reading? You do have the part. Oh, right. Okay. Can you post a question then, Miller? I'll just did you would have donated on PayPal, wouldn't you? You donated as well. What did you donate on? I'm going to have to check PayPal, aren't I? I can see this. I'm going to have to check the PayPal. This is what happens when you do it on your phone. Because your laptop's rubbish. Yeah. Swedish Gem, you didn't donate. Why not? I know Miller donated. Swedish Gem, I'm going to whack you on the bum. Yeah, don't confuse me. Philippe. Right, let me just check how much you can you tell me how much you donated? Because then I don't have to check PayPal. Is it a mini reading or is it a longer reading? What is it? You don't have any money? No money, honey, money. Miller, is it a 5-card reading? Or is it 8-card reading? Oh, I'll just check. That means I might go off. I don't want to go off. Right, okay, no worries. 5 cards. Yep, that's fine. Thank you. Remember always to choose friends and family if you have it. No, Mad Soul is very, very good. He's eagle-eyed. Right, Miller, let's sort you out. Thank you, babes. Right, may I know Philip's feelings and thoughts for me now? We back in contact. Whoop, whoop. Honey, thanks, darling. Sneak peek. That's funny. A sneak peek. Work reading. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, honey. Off. Off this chat. Off the wall. Off the chat. Right. Let's just concentrate on Miller. Well, this is for Miller and Philip. Philip's feelings. I'm glad he finally got his A into G again. Right, Philip. Let's have a look at Philip's feelings. Philip's feelings. Yeah, well, at least he's back in contact. Right. Sorry, I'll put them out. One. Right, we're on a donated reading, and then we'll go on with the free questions after the donated reading. Right, first of all, we got the ego. I'm pretty sure he was tied up last time with whatever he was tied up with. But when we have the ego, it's like a trap. Things trap us. Like, it's like all the flashing lights within the universe, whether that's work, whether it's family, whether it's our hobbies or games or going out. Everything is like a trap, and it's blinking at us, calling us, and pulling us away from what's needed. So Philip's feeling is a bit like that. Everything catches his attention, and he doesn't know how to put things in compartments to really see what is a priority. Now, this particular card here does show that there is a love, right? So the love to actually get there, he means well, but sometimes those blinkers are on, pulling him in. It's like, oh, pretty lights. And he falls for the trap nearly every single time, which is such a shame. What's going on? So we have the Ace of Earth here, which is really good. This shows an element here where the opportunity is really there in a big, big way. So when we see that, you can see how happy that person is. And they have this lovely white butterfly of purity. So their heart is so pure if they do free themselves from all these blinking lights. Ding, 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 ding. Come here, do this, do this, do this. So his intentions are quite pure here, that they want to move towards you and they want to have that happiness within their life. They want to start it, but as I said, those blinking lights keep blinking. So so look, see, I told you, we have the Ace of Fire as well. So this shows the passion, the determination to actually move towards their goal is definitely there. So one needs this good start to inspire them, to motivate them, to get away from all these blinking lights and things and situations that are bringing them back. So when they find this strength, and I think they're really, really beginning to do so, this is like the magic wand. This is like that passion, that fire, that spark, that match that ignites fully that huge forest fire to put things into action. So these are good cards at the moment. So we also have the what's going on here. Every single ace in the book. Wow, he is really moved forward. Yes, we all like the actions. So he's also got the ace of water here. Look, ace, ace, ace. Do you know Philippi's ace? 3 aces, what the heck? So with the ace of water, they're beginning to see on an emotional level just what it means to free themselves, to understand that once that freedom is there, we've got everything to play for. So there has been a huge, enormous shift in how Philippe actually looks at you and actually looks at life. Really amazing, isn't it? And we have for the 5 of air. Well, that's the disappointment, isn't it? So what's happening here with the 5 of air is something that they have to walk away from. So they absolutely know here with the devil card, the trap of how they think. They have to give that up to move into being able to start. If they keep falling into the same trap, it just goes round and round and round and round. That's why this angel is holding the cage to free the bird. Free your mind, but he's always trapped in the puzzles and the analytical aspects of why he can't move forward. But as you can see, the energies to move forward are brilliant. The ace of water, he can feel it, he knows it, and he actually wants it. So the only thing is stopping him is definitely this mindset. So if he can tap into that and really move the mind. So notice with these aces, there was no sword. So it's like they can't think how to do this because of all the things that are trapping him at the moment. So they want to, but they can't. At the moment. So, give it time and they'll realize the safety of the situation. Yay, I'm happy too. Yay. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Oh, that's marvelous. Anyway, sometimes it's just that fear factor in it. Thank you, Miller, for the donation. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Yeah, it's moving. I think because you've been gentle and patient with the whole thing, that they know this and they feel that pull as well. Oh, it's so nice, isn't it? Thank you so much. Right, we are on the free list, people. Right, that was a donated reading, guys. Thank you for the donation. Anyone can donate at any stage, but if you read the description down below, the first 5 people to enter the room in a particular session gets a free 3-card reading. So make sure you're first. Yeah, I don't mind, Joy and Kit. You can call me Joy. Yeah, Honey. Oh, sorry, Honey. Good job you were there. Honey donated $1.99. Yeah, so your question, I can only give you a little reading. I can't give you 5 cards, but I certainly can give you a reading. Because it is for, if you look at it, it's you want a work reading. I'll do you now, honey. Let's do you a work reading for Honey. Thank you for the donation. I do appreciate that on Super Chat. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Let's have a look at your work reading. I'll give you 4 cards. How's about that? See what's going on. And I'll give you a rune to boot. But yeah, to be fair to other people who do donate, if you read the description, that's the new price list, guys. Emily, I'll be with you in a minute. Right, let's have a look at Honey. Honey. Work at Honey. So this is for Honey Bunny. Hiya, Juliet. Please read the description. This is the first point of Fight Club. it certainly feels like a fight club at times. Yeah, donations do take priority, followed by channel members, and then we'll do you free people. Hard work, isn't it? Right, okay, this is for honey and work. Let's see what's going on for honey. Right. I'll give you a rune as well. Right, let's see what's going on at work, honey. So you do have the Seven of Earth. Be patient, right? If anything's worth having, it's worth waiting for. So the expression goes. But this is never truer when we have the Seven of Pentacles, because we have to nurture who we are as people to where we want to go. So within work, if you want to build up to the finest fruits of your labor, so to speak, we have to nourish them. I know trees are different, but we still have to nourish the ground. We have to weed out the weeds. So for you, you have to eliminate what's not working within your work situation to really gather the fruits of your labor. So it's what you put in is what you take out, but having patience and nurturing it as you go. Also, honey, you have the King of Fire. This is good for you because it means that everything is possible. So to have this, you have to have a lot of talk. You know what I mean? It's like express who you are. Like people aren't mind readers at work. They may be, I don't know. I'm not at your work. But sometimes we have to express and let our supervisors, our managers, whatever, know that what it is that you want. So I don't know if you're in a workplace where you have supervisions and things like that, and you can express, I'd like to study more, I'd like to move up the ladder, I'm interested in becoming a manager, I'm interested in becoming an executive, whatever. This is all about focusing and talking and expressing what it is that you do want. All right. So it's a good energy there to actually do that. When we have the ego, maybe one of the things is that you feel trapped. So sometimes in work situations, we don't like the team we're in, or we don't like the person we're with. So sometimes we have to just look at ourselves and the attitude that we place on ourselves. If we just shift our that word, perception, yeah, that's a good word, perception of where we are and what we're doing, we can be very professional when we don't like someone, whether that is a manager, whether it is somebody we're sitting next to or standing next to or whatever. So you need the freedom of not falling into a trap of being constrained. All right. So also you have the Five of Air as well. So the Five of Air says moving away from something, whether that's our thought process or work itself. So when we go back to the tree of life, or the tree of stability, so to speak, we see what we're putting in. So when we have our life tree of what we're putting in, we need to go, is this job or where I am worth it? Do I need to move somewhere else? And that's why you are the King of Fire, which will give you that impetus to actually move through what you need to move through. So when you plan the next move within your work career, you've planned a few steps ahead. And you understand that sometimes knowing the long-term plan and nurturing what you do need is eliminating what you don't need. Honey, I will give you a rune. Emily, you're next. If you put your question down again, please. Thank you. Right, honey, you have a look. This is excellent for you. Right, honey, this is a perfect rune. I don't know if you can see that. It's Gerber and the Gift. So the gift that you give to yourself is patience, nurturing spirit of what you are bringing to the table. So it's very important for you to give to yourself. All right. So learning that work or how you perceive it is to let go of the old to embrace the new. Does that make sense? For honey. Ah, you've got Emily's question. Thank you, my soul. I thought you were going to go on YouTube the same as me. I'm glad you're here. My question is, how is Josie feeling about me at the moment? Thank you very much for your time, BTW. Right, okay. No worries, Honey Bunny. Thanks for the donation, Honey Bunny. Right, this is for Emily. Well, I can mod for you then after this. Right, listen, Emily, how is Joseph feeling about you at the moment? Right, let's have a look, Emily. Emily. How is Joseph feeling about Emily? It's above you, sitting on your head. Right, Emily. How does Joseph feel about Emily? Description, people, if you're in here for the first time, please read the description of what's going on. It is slightly complicated for some people, so do read the description. Thank you. Right, Joseph is feeling towards Emily today. 1. Right, fine, and fine. Right, Emily, who is this dude? Who's Joseph? Because I'm telling you, they're not feeling very good, are they? Gee whiz-o. Yeah, whatever's going on, it's not good, is it, in their head? I wouldn't like to be in their heads. They're in their man cave. He's in his man cave, couldn't care less about life or you or the situation. This Joseph, I don't know what is going on there. But with release, I think they're really contemplating the end, really. The end is nigh. But with every release comes a new beginning. So maybe because they're feeling a little bit negative about things here and that they have gone quiet, it's because they're contemplating on a deeper level that some things do need to change, which is good. But when they bring the death card into the situation, is that they're freeing themselves, or are they freeing you two together? So we do need more cards with that. So if you want a further reading, then donation of $4.44 for a mini reading, or whatever it says in the description. So he's having enough time anyway. So we send him love. Sending Joseph some love. Oh, thank you very much, Emily. I've enjoyed your time here. Do take care and look after yourself and not Joseph. Joseph's big enough to do that himself. Right, let's move on to Swati. How does Emmett J feel about me? Will we get married? This is a small reading, Swati, but let's have a look. Well, they better be here, because that's going to be confusing. Thank you, Satyendra. Right, Swati, how does Emmett feel about you? Right, let's have a look. How does Emmett feel about you? And when you get married? 2 questions and 1 question. I love it. How does Emmett feel towards Swati? How does Emmett feel towards Swati? Right, let's have a look-see. Ding, 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 ding. Right, okay. So the first aspect towards yourself, Amit, is renewal. This is a good card to actually start again. So when we actually start again, we have to take a rebirth. We have to forgive. So there's a sense here where if we're holding on to the past or old concepts of family, friends, whatever, we're never going to move forward. So this is a vitally important aspect to move forward to where you both want to be. This is why it's called renewal. We have to renew our faith. We have to renew our life. This is like the reboot, the refresh button. So this is where it's the rebirth, the forgiveness to move on. So until that actually happens, then both of you can't move on. So this is not so much of how they're feeling, it's how they should be doing, right? So maybe if they can get the mindset here, they need to watch the signs and kind of do that. You notice here with the 20, it's together. The 2 of you together need to start again. So there is an aspect here that there is a healing process to have. Number 2 again, the balance of what is going on. So they're not quite there yet, right? They're not quite there of how you two should be to actually get married, but there is a change. So things are improving. You've got to give this relationship patience to heal, to find that right connection, okay? And with the 8 of water, this doesn't look the most jolliest of cards to actually do this. So if you've both had bad words, or you're not together, or this is something like a crush or something, this is not going to work, because of the 8 of water is always moving away from something that doesn't quite suit us. So the renewal could be renewed kind of aspect within their own life, and that they have to find that balance and healing to actually move away. So without doing more cards and a more in-depth reading, we can't really see what it is that they're trying to move away from. All right. It could be the idea of going with someone else. It could be anything. A renewed faith in you. So because you asked about how they feel about you, maybe one of the things that they are wanting to do is move away from the emotional constraint of what is going on. So we need more cards, don't we, really? Right. Okay, solid as rock. No worries. If you are here, there will be free 1-card generals after the free 5 readings. You can donate at any time. Channel members are always first in between the free readings. But yeah, free readings are open, but it's just 1-card general. The first 5 people who enter my room on sessions do get 5 questions for free. The 5 first people. Read the description, it kind of explains that. Satyendra, future of Sinhurya. Okay. Can't shuffle now. Right. Satyendra and Siruya. Sinhurya. 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 Oh, that's so. I do love you. Right, Sin who you are, connection. Sweet Valerie, hiya everybody. Wow, good to see you, Valerie. I was wondering where you were. Right, you can have a free question. You're a channel member now. Not that channel members get free questions, don't get me wrong. Right, okay. But they do have 2 free general cards instead of 1. Sat, Yendra, and Sinhuya. Satyendra and Sinhuya. Right, okay, got you. Right, let's have a look. So, right. So, first of all, this shows that everything's okay. So, your connection doesn't need a lot of complications of the mind, does it? We need to rest our minds, be at peace, really reflect on the better things of life, about maybe what you're going to do on dates or, you know, whatever. So we really do need the time of the day to actually just take it easy. This is not about doing anything hasty or anything. It's about relaxation. When we have the Page of Fire, this is giving the energy of supporting yourself, taking the initiative and going forward. So it's got this lovely, gentle energy that it'll just fall into place. So you don't have to force it, just allow it to be inspired and really make things happen within this connection. And with the Page of Water, we have this new life, this new love. So don't force this relationship. It's naturally going to occur as things go on. So it's a lovely energy, very calm, very peaceful. We don't need to act like our parents. We just need to go, yeah, I trust this relationship. It's really nice and it goes good. So don't force it, just enjoy it. Just have things simple and a little bit of fun, right? Simple, being calm. Does that make sense? Nice and calm. Yay, that looks lovely. No sweat on that. Swedish gem. Swedish gem is the last free question of this session because they're the 5th person who came into my room right away. So if you've read the description of the video, you'll know that we give away 5 free questions for the first 5 people. After that, it is people who donate. Sweet Valerie, if you just tell them about the description, that's good. Right, let's do Swedish gem. Future connection with Zayed. Thank you, LIVETAROT. Right, this is for Swedish. He's being funny though, he means his Wi-Fi. He's trying to be humorous, Swedish gem. It takes a while to get his jokes. Oh, thank you, Stephen. I do appreciate that. Where did you donate? Stephen, and what did you donate? Sorry, Swedish gem, you're going to have to wait. What was that? A buzzy. Oh, 8 of Swords is on the prowl. What's that? Oh, cash app, was it? Right. I don't want to leave here. Right, okay, thank you very much, Stephen. Can you just say, is it 5 cards or what? I can read them? All right, okay. Right, Swedish gem, your luck is in. Stephen is being kind. Hold on a minute. Aye. Right, Swedish gem. Stephen has been kind. Thank you, Stephen, for your kindness. Aye. Oh, right, okay, so it takes ages. Good job you said Swedish gems. Nice. Right, thank you. I could have checked it, but... Right, okay. Thank you, Stephen. Right, Swedish gem. Let's have a look at your question of Zayed. Zayed. Right, okay, Swedish. Are you still here, Swedish? Are you falling asleep? Right, this is for Swedish gem. Swedish gem's future connection with Zayed. Swedish gems future connection with Zayed. Oh, so it wasn't a joke, Mansell Tarot. I thought it was a joke. You were making a joke. I was giving you too much credit for your humour then, wasn't I? Yeah, go, Stephen. You better do it now. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, type it out now. I don't mind. Right, this is for Swedish. Connection with Zayed. Zayed and Swedish. Swedish gem and Zayed. Swedish gem and Zayed. Got ya. Yep, Stephen, you type it out, babes. Right, Swedish gem. So, your connection. So, first of all, Swedish gem, we do have the 3 of fire here. So, things are improving, right? But how are they improving? So, sometimes we need a tweak or an adjustment within relationships. And, you know, sometimes that's all about compromising and seeing the development depending on where you are with this relationship. I suspect with the 3 of fire that this is quite a developing situation or relationship. And when we have the Queen of Water, this is one of the things that we must have a look at. We must ask for a bigger picture. When things are coming your way, and very nicely too, with the Queen of Water, what is here is that we must really have compassion for ourselves and ask for bigger things. So even though the situation is improving or coming towards you, we need to still expect bigger things for ourselves. We need to give bigger things to them, and they need to give bigger things to you as well. So the compassion and love that you have in the situation can be recognized. There is an aspect here that the transformation that needs to take place can be a little bit, needed. And this is why sometimes you need to not settle for second best, right? So a lot of the times when we have the Tower moments, it's a change up. It's the realization that over time, if something is coming towards you, it needs to be the real deal at the moment of time or where we are within our life to learn the certain lessons. But one of your lessons, Swedish Gem, at the moment is to realize that you need a bigger aspect. So the connection between the 2 of you, if it can change and develop, that you both have value for each other and respect for each other and a deeper love for each other, but also for yourselves as individuals within that relationship, then it can develop stronger than it has been in the past. Okay? So hopefully that helps. Right. Thank you, Swedish Gem. Right, we are on a donated reading, guys, so please have patience. Right, Stephen. Okay, I've read so far, Stephen. Yeah. Hi, Valerie. Thank you, Valerie. Right, okay. I don't see that as the question, Stephen, because I agree. Stephen, I don't see that as a question of. I don't think that's the main question here. Yeah. Right, Stephen, when you say, will we stay together? It's like you're living in this situation. I mean, I can do David on one side and you on the other, how I normally do, and how you see each other and the connection between you. But that's not the issue here. The issue is plainly about a lot of stuff. And it really does sound like it's a little bit of a toxicity that's going on. Plus, they're on, substances that cloud their mind. I mean, it is quite right. If you are having problems, then maybe one of those things is to move out, kind of thing. I'm just thinking about a better way of doing this. Will we? I mean, we can see how they see you and you see them, but there's so much underlining issues here that almost for you, I can sense that you're like the teacher, and he's a hurt, damaged person, and he doesn't see that. He clearly doesn't see how damaged he is, and he'd rather sweep it under the carpet like that than look at it. That's why he's saying to you, oh, maybe we shouldn't be in this living quarter, because you're like a big shiny mirror to him and go, look what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Let's just see what comes out. And then when it's revealed, you can listen to this back to see what is the question. I mean, I quite agree. You should move out, because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. I can just feel it boiling. Can you be in one of those volcano lava pits? The image that's been given me is this lava pit. It's really annoying. Well, yeah, right. Okay, let's have a look on one side how David sees you, and that. Your question's been done, Swedish Gem. Rewind. Just finished that. All right. All right. Right, so this is David's side and this is your side, and together we'll see what's going on. All right, I might put this a little bit higher so we can see what's going on. Make it a little bit easier. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Hey, let's have a look. So, David at the moment. So, he's expressing the Page of Cups, which is an interesting aspect. So, it shows here they've already communicated to you. Here, if you know anything about runes with the answers, but they are happy to communicate. So, opening up communication is always a good thing. They look at that they know that you can understand, and on some level they want to be understood. So this, I always see this card as empathy, compassion, understanding, and having that new look of life itself. So this is a good sign, to be fair, about what's on David's mind about you. So because they've already expressed move out, you've hurt the home, it's actually not true. We always have to take ownership to our part in the situation. And it's hard to not judge when people are distorting their mindset. So you've got the moon here. So when you see them like that, they're seeing you like the moon. So this is your side, how they're perceiving you, you're perceiving them. So with the moon, this is a very interesting, because on the subconscious level, it's really interesting because it's what has happened. So you didn't move in together, you were flatmates, and then something happened, because here with Othello, this is the inheritance. So you've inherited, and this is how they want to protect. So funnily enough, David want to protect his home, but you've inherited the situation. So with the moon, it's a clash. It's a clash of the titans, so to speak, about what's good and what's not good, what's working and what's not working. So some of the things that are not working are definitely hidden. So we do need more empathy and understanding for one another to see those differences. So unfortunately, with David, because he is distorted in his mindset about doing substances, he's never really going to understand the truth. I don't care what people say about drugs or whatever, it does distort the truth, because taking drugs harms certain, aura. I'm not going to go into great details, but it does make people, anyway, moving on. So it doesn't help the situation when people are doing that. So there is going to be that clash there all the time. So yeah, that's interesting, or not. So the King of Cups, this is quite nice, because with the King of Cups here, this is the messages that can come through. I think on the whole, you both want this, and it's demonstrated that they see you as wanting to, again, receive love. But you want that as well. So it's almost that balance. And this is where we see the joy and also the gift. So together, what we've inherited has been about joy, and it has been about partnership, togetherness. A lot of the time when we have the Knight of Cups, it can be about fleeting, idealistic, romantic notions of what things are. And I think that's one of the things that he is not actually looking at, the solidness of what a relationship should be like. So he's just, like I said, sweeping things under the carpet, not wanting to look at it, rather just leave it alone and not look at the deeper meaning of what they're putting into the situation. So you can see very much that things are going to remain hidden when that's so. So we do have here the Nine of Swords. So that this is an aspect where it's like the fear on your side, and how that kind of is demonstrating it is that you're going to lose something that you think was good. So it's one of these aspects that we have to have that strength, we have to have that fluidity within these things, but it's what we're gaining. And that strength of character to gain needs to be a little bit more fluid in its kind of aspect. So there can be a more understanding, because it's almost like having a look at our emotions and going here. It's very emotional. Sometimes it's a little bit too emotional. When we have the Page of Cups, it's like that newness in a relationship. And at the moment, it's demonstrating we want a new life, move out, etc. But the moon brings a kind of unconscious aspect to it, which is hidden, the hidden side that's not revealed. So your fear will always be there if you remain together, simply because it's not got a practicality. It's got nothing solid at the moment on the top of the situation. So this is where all the fear comes, and it is actually based on fact. But is it real fact? Let's have a look. So we do have here the Three of Wands, which is a very good card to kind of bring to us what is going on. So sometimes things, you obviously want things to get better all the time, but they've already got the notion of why have you gone out? That's not what I wanted, obviously. So it's almost like the practicality of what is solid to bring to the relationship needs to be looked at. There is a chance here. There's definitely a chance that it can improve. But I think the only way is to actually move out, but that might not be necessarily true. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune. So your side, we can definitely see that there is a definite fear that things from the past will come up again. So nobody likes to be shown the door, right? Leave if you're going to be like that, because our security has that kind of, hangs in the balance. So when we have a look at the Wheel of Fortune, we can't keep repeating the same patterns from the past. So when we're waiting for the other person to step up to the mark, and I don't think this person is willing to do so because he's not looked at the bigger picture, because he can't. He's just seen something, and because of his past pain, it's come up again. So that trust issue hasn't been there. Also, when we move further, we look at the Lovers. So the Lovers is always about a decision to choose what we have already or what we need on a further aspect. So the Wheel of Fortune will turn and you'll decide what it is that you both want to do. Didn't you say it was Gemini? Who's Gemini? Let me just scroll back. I'm sure you mentioned Gemini. Let me have a looky. Mind games. You're the Gemini. And he's the Taurus. Right, okay. Got you. Right. So you're the Gemini. So this is the Gemini card, the Lovers. So when we look with our Gemini minds, we look at like a twin flame, and we look at what is working within that relationship. So when we look at this particular card, and we have Gerber, this is a rune, by the way, this cross is a gift. So of what is given to us is is one of those aspects. So we have to make our mind up whether the person in front of us, David, is the right person for us on our soul journey. And we definitely don't want to make the same learning experiences from the past. So your side of it is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is extremely interesting, these two, because with the Queen of Pentacles, this is all about birth, newness, where this is deciding whether to continue on. So the Queen of Pentacles is a very practicality of the situation, and you have to look at the practicality of this situation. When we look at the subconscious in the moon and the Page of Cups, about all these emotions, we have to let go of that and really look at the facts. So this is interesting because this is changing to not only protection, but also energy of fire. So the fire energy does create something new. So maybe the decision to keep what's old or start something new. So the energy moving forward is protected with who you are as a person. So you are that protector. So when you look at David and you think, right, okay, but it's funny, because this is a Taurian card. This is a Gemini card. This is a Taurian card. So it's got that kind of element because Taurus is obviously Earth. So it's like both of you can understand each other. You've both got the elements of each other within you. So the practicality of the situation has to be there. It's like, are you protecting what you already have? That's what I'm thinking. And that's all right, to be fair. Right, so moving on, we do have the Nine of Wands. Is it Nine of Wands? Yep. So the Nine of Wands is a very interesting aspect because sometimes we don't know how to proceed when we've been hurt. And this is what I said before. I've got the image of the bubbling lava and pushing under the carpet. So it's like sometimes it's better to stay stagnant than move on. But this is how you're viewing him at the moment, not moving on from the pain. So we have an aspect here where even though things can move on in a very happy way, it's almost like that whole reversal of aspects. So not willing to move on, not willing to commit, not willing to be able to see things for what they are and just go, right, had enough, that's it. We're not working, let's split up. So what we see here is the Three of Pentacles. Now, this shows that you both can actually move on. It shows here quite significantly that to actually protect what you already have is special. It is interesting. You see, he doesn't want to move on, but you want to work on it. So how does that work? People, thank you, Amina. So when we look at the connection between the two of you, you have Justice, you have the Empress, and you have Eight of Fire. So when we have the justice within these situations, we need patience, we need understanding, we need balance, and we need more information. So David needs to understand why you went out. You need to understand him a little bit more of why is he on drugs is the first thing, but also why does he feel insecure about that when you're not really in a relationship? So this is where the communication comes in. With the Empress, this is nurturing the whole situation quite significantly. And this goes down to yourself as the Queen of Pentacles. But, right, and this is a big but. Don't normally use buts, but I'm going to in here. It is not your job to be a teacher of his, and it's not your job to mother him, and it's certainly not your job to build him up in any shape nor form. Partnerships are equal, right? Equal. They're not like, oh, I'll look after you, etc., etc. So it's almost like if we go back to the first card of who you are, wherever that's gone, and what you've, where are all the cards gone? Oh, here we are. So it goes back to this particular card of what you've inherited with Othello. So we've got Othello, what you've inherited, and you've inherited this flatmate, and you've fallen for them, which is absolutely fantastic. But you're not their keeper, you're not their mother. But so we need a little bit more of understanding there. And what does go on if we nurture this kind of aspect, if we move away, nurture the relationship, it kind of has a spin on it where I don't think you'll find the connection any good. You do need to move out though, because it is a kind of imbalanced. With the Eight of Fire, this can cause a lot of stress. It always is a lot of too much too soon, and I think David needs a lot more patience. Because of this, they're stuck. Because of the decisions that they have to make, whether they want to be in a relationship or not. They are trying to hold their own. They're trying to find their fire. They're trying to really believe in who they are big time. And this is where they can be very flighty at times. They can be over romantic, over idealistic, and they still need to develop a strong love for themselves and really communicate that a lot better. So it is difficult. It's not impossible with that. So I'm going to, because you're a mate, he's going to have to communicate. Right, let's have a look at the possibility of, should you stay with David? I do know you should definitely move out though. It's just not healthy being in that environment, because this has got a potential to explode. It really has, because they're not respecting you at the moment. You know. Right, let me do a quick question. Right, we've got the Queen of Pentacles again. So this definitely shows on your side that you have to be very practical about this situation. If something is a little bit too wishy-washy and you can't see highlighted what is going on, like the moon, it's all done darkness, it's all on the subconscious. This person here with the Queen of Pentacles shows that you have to really nourish who you are. So you've already had the Empress and you've already had the Queen of Pentacles, and this nourishing who you are is very important. And when we have the Nine of Wands, again, this is about how can you move forward when you're hurt? How can this situation be resolved? It's better to resolve it on a nice note if you are going to move out. And it probably is best, because I do think this is going to get worse before it gets any better. And then the Ace of Swords, finding the key to your success. and your mindset. Again, the mindset. Owning who you are, knowing what you do want. And what you do want is to nourish yourself on a bigger aspect than ever before. If you're finding you're not nourished within a relationship, then you need that justice come into your life to really understand what is the information that I'm actually getting, not only from myself, but from them as well. So the Ace of Swords is a kind of an ability to be victorious over yourself. So it's like, do I need this one sword or this one key to unlock my difficulty that I feel trapped in this particular situation? And the only way to do this is, are you getting nourished? That is the question for the whole reading, really. Am I feeling nourished? Am I feeling empowered? The Queen is inside. The very groundingness of us. We have to feel safe and secure. If we're not feeling safe and secure in our environment, then it's definitely not working. I don't see how he can move past this. I think he believes he's being judged all the time. Totally paranoia, by the way. That is paranoia. It's not true. Stephen, for your own sanity, even without doing that reading, I would definitely say it is best to move out and try and maintain a friendship outside. And if you two want to be together, if you feel that you are getting something from it. But when you're living in a situation, as you know, when we live with people, it's always difficult, no matter who it is. But when there's disharmony within a living space, then it just gets frustrating, annoying, and then we end up hating people. So before it gets to that stage, we need to find the justification in trying to remove ourselves from that situation to make things a little bit easier and a little bit softer. And you deserve so much more. You really do. Yeah, it's very difficult. Amina Jones, can you do me a favour and put down your questions, or do you want me to check the live? If my live goes off, Amina Jones, I will start it up again. Thank you, Stephen. I really do. I mean, it's a lot of change, isn't it? When you have to move house, when you have to say, okay. But I think for you, you're just kind of mothering them and want them to have a fantastic life. But I always say, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. And I'm afraid this is one of those times where you just cannot make him drink. Thank you, Mad Sultan. Right, Amina, are you still here? Amina Jones. Oh, what? Right, I'm just going to check the questions. I don't know how. Right. Hi, are we still on? Is okay. Right, Amina, you didn't send a question. You just said general. Right, okay. That didn't need me to flick this off. Right, okay. Amina Jones, thank you for being here. Are you still on, Amina Jones? Thank you, Stephen, for the donation. Amina. Amina. We'll wait till they rejoin because I know I had trouble. Right, Amina. Is Valerie still here? Right, we're just waiting for Amina to come through. Amina, I've looked at your cash app and it just says general. Is that correct? Amina, are you here? We are waiting for Amina because Amina did donate for a general. Amina, are you here? Hello, how are you? Please read the description of the video, guys. Thank you. I'm just waiting for Amina Jones to appear. Valerie, are you still here? You need a free reading. Please read the description of the video. Guys, thanks for being here. We've had our, at the beginning of this video, we have 5 people who have free questions. So you do have to appear at the beginning of a live feed for free questions. Other than that, it is a donation. Yes, you can, Manu. Right, let's have a look for Manu. Right, Manu, you do have the King of Swords, which is a great card for you to receive because this is all about re-understanding what's going on. Sometimes we need that inspiration, that forethought of going forward. If you're thinking of doing anything like study coming up, it's always good to do study, whether it's that we have to do study or we want to just read a good book that makes our mind so much more expanded. This is a good idea because inspiration will come in the form of words, perhaps, to you. So, an understanding of where you are, find inspiration through maybe biographies and things like that. Because I feel like you need a little bit more inspiration to motivate you into what you need to be doing. Thank you. Mad Soul Tarot, would you like a reading? Thank you. What is in the pinned comment now? Let's do a new pinned comment. Right, this is for Mad Soul Tarot. Dun, dun, dun. Right, okay, let's have a look. See. So, look what you have. Right, so with the Ten of Wands here, we have too many fingers in too many pies, which is fine. So, we have to have a balance between what we're communicating and what we're protecting within life itself. Cool looking card, yeah. Yeah, it looks very magical, doesn't it, really? It definitely is. So sometimes when we send all these ideas and all these thoughts and what we need to do, remember the first reading of the day when we go, what is your need? So this is more of what do you want? And all the wants are too much. So we need to gather it all in and go to the basis of what we started off today, of what do you need? And here we are again, the same card basically of what it is that you need. So sorting out what you're needing and not what you want at the moment is the most important aspect. So nothing much has changed here really from the day. You do have the magician, is it? The magician, yeah, which is good. So when we have the magician here, this is all about what you're bringing to the table. So this is all about self, and you see the cock there, cock-a-doodle-doo. It's like the awakening of yourself. So you do have to awaken yourself. So between the needs and the wants becomes you, in the middle, in the center. So making things happen. Hey, Amina, you're here. So yeah, that's quite good. Amina, you sent a donation. Thank you very much. You didn't ask a question. You said general. Amina, is that correct? I checked the cash app and you said general. Is that correct? Thanks, Matt. Is that okay, Amina, that you wanted a general? Is that okay, Amina? Right, okay, thank you, Amina. Not sure if you like runic cards, but let's do that. Right, let's see what's going on for Amina. I'll give you 5 cards. Is that all right? I know the conversion wasn't £4.44, but I'll still give it you, all right? They are. They are. Right, this is for Amina. No worries. Because I know the conversion rate is a little bit sucky. Right, let's have a look. What does Amina Jones need to know at the moment? Right, we'll use 5 for you. Why not? So, be interesting. So the first aspect that we need to look at is 7 of Swords and what's been taken away from you. Sometimes happiness can come when we least expect it. But what we don't expect is people to take our power away from us and our happiness. So a lot of the times we have to really be aware of if someone's taking away our power in our opinions, in not valuing ourselves or respecting us. So it's a very difficult scenario. Sometimes people make fun of us. Sometimes people don't honor us enough. And this is one of the things that we can't allow this to happen. If it has happened, we must put that into the past completely and not put any more emotion to it. If we give that emotion, if we give it energy, it's just going to come back again and again. So this is all about trusting the aspects of where things are going. So also we have here the Two of Wands. This is a great card for you because when we have 2 sticks and we rub it together, things can happen significantly. So this is saying that you must move on. You must kind of have a look at what you do value with moving on. We can't see, it's again about value, whether you want to look within your at value. But this is about seeing the opportunities, seeing that what you want, you can write down. So we need to take the journey, have the experience, and really see the value in that and bring that to the table, so to speak. Also, at the moment, you do have the 9 of Wands as well. So don't overprotect yourself in these circumstances. Yes, you can wait for you to feel more empowered and more stable and confident to move on. But sometimes we just have to jump in and trust that aspect of jumping in. So we need to be a little bit more understanding of the fluidity and the flexibility of what we can achieve. So just because people have taken away our spirit kind of thing, we need to regain that confidence to bring things back. Also, Amina, you do have the Empress, which is a fantastic card after these. So have patience with yourself, have that growth, have that newness, which goes from the Two of Wands, seeing the opportunities of that new growth and that development when you do have patience with yourself and patience with the world, not allowing anyone to take away what's yours, not allowing criticisms, not allowing yourself to criticize or belittle yourself, but empowering yourself with the newness and the kind of kindness and unconditional love that you need to have expressed. Then we see the 8 of Swords. So, as I said before, we don't need to criticize ourselves in any shape nor form, and we don't need to feel that entrapment. So this for you is all about the movement forward. We have to move forward again. It's almost like this card here about moving forward. But this gives us a more of an aspect of reflecting inside. When we always have this stance here, that we might have the barrier around us, we know that the mindset is preventing us from moving forward. So even when things are difficult, we have to nourish who we are and start again. So we don't want these stuck energies going on. We definitely need to embrace a nurturing spirit to see that we can move on, right? So moving on we must. All right, Amina? It's a little bit harsh, that, because it's almost like, where am I criticizing myself or not allowing myself to move on just from past experiences? And I know life is tough, and I know we all have difficulties. Doesn't matter who we are or where we are, we all have difficulties. And people forget that. So we do need more sympathy and empathy for ourselves. Do you agree? Hello, Dorothy, and hello, Mega. How are you? So there's no adding to be done. I do hope you've all read. Amina, thank you for the donation and thank you for being here. So yeah, we've had our. If you've read the description, we have when people join the live, we have questions for free for 5 people. And then we have channel members who have priority. And of course, we have donation readings that are a priority. But then we do free general 1 card. Yay, I'm glad you're moving forward. Don't look back. Do not look back. This is a case of do not look back. This is definitely forward thinking, going forward and not looking back. Nurture who you are and don't look back. This is not about looking back. Definitely not. Believe in yourself 100%. Absolutely. Yeah. Forward. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? How are you all doing today? So, does anybody want a free 1 card? Hello, people. How are you doing? If you have come to my room for a free reading, yeah, Mega. Let's have a look what's going on for you. Yeah, thank you, Mega. Remember, no deleting. Hello, all about Maine. Great to see you. How are you doing? Good to see you. How's all the grandkiddies? Especially the new edition? You may indeed. You may indeed. Right, let's have a look at Mega first. Please read the description of the video now, because that's what we're doing now. That might help. I'm never going to let you forget now, am I? Right, this is for Mega. Oh. Right, Mega, you have the 6 of Cups. What a lovely card. Remember that memories are important. To have fun and laughter within your life and to know where we came from is especially warm and fuzzy. But the protection from parents, if we've had good parents, is always a good thing. So we need to bring that into our life now and nurture our inner child. What is your inner child telling you today, and what do you want from your inner child? Hello guys, how are you doing? Right, let's do all about Maine. Let's see about all about Maine today. Thank you, Mega. This is about all about Maine. I'm not sure if Mad Soul can hear you. I'll tell him you said hi if he doesn't come. Right, this is all about Maine. So all about Maine, you have the King of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles, this is a really good card because it means that we can come together out of just the joy, really, of understanding that wealth and practicality go hand in hand. The King of Pentacles says we can be very strong and determined. The wealth that we bring into our life is basically who you are. So, you know, people will look up to you, your family, the young ones, etc. But this is a very young. What are you doing to build in a strong, structured way your life? You know, I mean, obviously your family is important, but also inside, what it is inside of you, what is the pinnacle of self, to find the joy, but also to find the determination to power through what needs to be powered through. So whatever that means to you, bring the practicality and the richness to your situation to be the center of who you are. Okay, all about Maine. If you want a general post down, I can't see anybody now. I know you've come in the room, so pop your name down again for a free general or read the description for the price list. People can donate on PayPal, Cash App or SUPERCHAT if they would like a question. When paying through PayPal, do remember to choose friends and family option. Thank you. Also, the prices are in pounds. Violet, what a lovely name. With a rose as well. Violet, would you like a general one card reading today? Yeah, okay. This is for Dorothy. Let's have a look for Dorothy today. Violet, would you like a general? This is for Dorothy. Please read the description for information about what's going on. So, Dorothy, you do have the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of the times, oh, thank you, Ghost Dog. Thank you very much. Can you tell me how many cards you want with that donation? Save me checking. And post a question. Dorothy, with the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes things can go backwards. This is about past, present, and future. So it's a karmic cycle of what's going on. So a lot of the times, the threads of time are imminent when we get stuck in the past. So we have to oil our wheels to move it forward to be fortunate. So having a look, are you stagnant at the moment, or are you moving backwards, still in the past? Or are you looking at the bright, good fortune that's coming your way? Either way, move it forward anyway. This will bring you more fortune. Thank you, Ghost Dog. Thank you for the PayPal donation. Do remember to put your question down. Ah, that's a very interesting question. That is a very interesting question. 8 cards. Right, okay. What can Spirit tell you about the story they want me to write? Right, that's so interesting. Let me just scoot over here. That's an American expression. Scooting, scooting, scooting. Oh, I like that card. Dum, 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 dum. Scooting, scooting, scooting. Right. This is the best question I've ever been asked. So Honesty. It makes a change from the rubbish questions we get asked. Right, 8. Right, 8. I know. I'm very excited about this question. I tell you. Right, do remember to read the description, guys. Just on a donated reading, so please hold the horses. Right, horses being held. Right, let's have a look at this question because I'm very interested in it. Stay there. Right, ghost dog. Right. Well, I got 4. That's a start. Two, 4, 6. So I can count. Yeehaw. Right. And then, back you go, back you go. Back you go. Right, I'm going to give you a rune. I want to know the flavour before I do this. Right, excuse the noise. Right, let me have a look. Right, okay. That's for me. If you know anything about runes, you can read it yourself. I will read that in a minute. Okay, so here comes the story. Once upon a time, are we sitting comfortably? We've got our cocoa mug and everything. I'm not going to write it for yourself, but I'll definitely tell you the skeleton of it. So, when we first have a look at family, what is family? So, what Spirit generally wants you to know is all the experiences make up a family, all the experiences that you've heard from family. Because what we have to do when we're telling stories is have the emotional attachment to your audience. So if you're going to have it, and this is very much about self, this is manas, and it means man. So to have the purpose of self and humankind is to touch a human aspect within who we are as people. So you can see people, there you go, people, man. So this is the first aspect to actually engage in when telling a story. You've got to use human emotion. When this particular card is portraying happy times with family, it's the memories. So when you can touch on your story, it doesn't matter if you're speaking about rocks or clangers or whatever, as long as you're using the attachment of emotions, you can touch the audience, because the audience is who you want to write it for. Unless you're just writing the story for yourself, then you don't have to put that human element in it. So that's the main thing that we have to learn. The second, so when we connect on a human level, you can write it through with a spiritual hint of how people have connected to the ascended masters, and whether they've missed the boat, so to speak. And that's where you get the human connection about loss. So no one likes loss. So when you actually connect to that emotion, it can be a really good emotion to actually connect to. So the spiritual side of how we've been taught, or how people have missed the boat in listening, hearing, taking the opportunity, is going to be a very valuable aspect or turn of events within what you need to say. Okay, so that's the second element. Next, we have the element of seeking the truth. When we seek the truth, again, using that element of, hi Maggie, using the element of revealing. So what is hidden within us is our soul and our spirit. And if you want to connect with that is hidden. I mean, do you know the story of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? When they go through a wardrobe, which is like the womb, it's hidden. So an element of mystery, emotion, a spiritual side that reveals. So you can either make it up or you can channel it. Either way, it doesn't really matter, because, fact or fiction doesn't matter. So you love that story. Good. Well, not copying it, but you can see here that this lady or girl, again, is revealing what's behind the two masks, or what's behind the inside of us. So having the spin on a spiritual mystery is always a good thing for you to reveal as well. The next aspect of this story, good story so far, bestseller. You can see the detachment. So again, you can see within this one that we've gone from one aspect to another, from the winter, the reflection, and the freedom. So this is all about the spiritual freedom. When we do become spiritually free from the duality of life itself, then this is where you get your ascending masters to help us release and know through unconditional love. So this is why you've got the bird of peace, the flying up to find the inspiration, the purity, the love. So we need the time of reflection. So, spinning it in a way like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, about the elements. And it's very much like everyone loves that story-ish. And also the Wizard of Oz. What's always been there is always there. So people like to know that it's obtainable. So when we look at the loss, we don't like that, but we like what's obtainable. So writing stories that are obtainable is really going to be, you know, a bestseller, isn't it? So when we have that freedom, again, freedom of mind is always a great thing. We have to search for what we do want. So the eagle spirit brings a sense of up in the air and connecting to spirit again, but also connecting with sight, inner sight, but also finding, searching, bird of prey, focus. So when the eagle is looking at the unicorn there's that connection. So within your story, you have to have that connection to be free. So, you know, you can have it searching for this and searching for that and and then there's a connection within the story because they've found it. So this is like the pinnacle of climbing Mount Everest or something. And the journey to get there isn't necessarily at the base of the mountain, but in the preparation. So preparation. Hello, Jen. How are you, doll? So the preparation is the most important aspect of the story. Not you preparing to do it, but the journey of these little souls. So in it, we also need to put an element of Peter Pan. So a combination of your Peter Pan, your Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and Wizard of Oz, all those elements are classics because of the emotions. So you don't have to write it as a kid's story, no. But as long as you're bringing those emotions that we feel, that is the connection. Do you understand? So this is good news indeed. Then we have the spirit guardian of spring and activation. So once they've found the hidden truth, it's like Harry Potter. I don't like Harry Potter, but there is a search for the philosopher's stone, and it's like the Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's the finding. So we need to activate what we found, and that's the realization of the spring. It's coming to mind. So once you've searched, connected, and found it, we need to utilize that aspect. Do you know what I mean? And so, story this, I should write it myself. So next we have the lovers, but we also have the 10 of cups. See this perfect combination. So you look, oh, Jen, you like Harry Potter. No, I'm a Lord of the Rings person. So basically, right, look at this happiness. That this is complete happiness. And with the lovers, it's a choice. So it can be a little bit of a mystery that you actually leave. So the last few chapters, it can be like, right, we've activated what we found it, we're all happy, but there's a little bit of a mystery whether they're going to take it further. So taking some things further will leave the reader in a sense of wonderment. Oh, I need to read the next book. So look, happiness. This is complete happiness. So as long as you're leaving people satisfied and you yourself are satisfied with this aspect, then job done. Success. Right. Just call me your manager or your publisher. There you go. Was that the greatest book ever read? Right, Eric, did you donate? Katie, what does Jordan really want in regards to us? Yes, that'll be £200, please. Thank you. I don't give this information away for free. I know you paid for it, but still. Right, Katie P, let's sort your little issue out. Okay. Right, tell me when you've written it. Get to it. Right, Katie P, what does Jordan really want in regards to us? Let's have a look, shall we? Come on, why aren't you tapping it out? No time like the present. Right, KTP, what does Jordan really want in regards to us? Let's have a look. What does Jordan need in regards to self? Right, Katie, let's have a look at Jordan. Right, put Manaz back before we lose him. I'm not very good at keeping things all in one place. I need to try harder with that. Get Recruiter Virgo. Right, Katie, let's have a look about Jordan. So this is good at the start. So with the Ten of Pentacles here, this is a really good card. I think they really are connected to family, loyalty, things like that. So sometimes when people demonstrate loyalty to their own family, doesn't necessarily it means they're going to be loyal to us. Sometimes it can be the complete opposite. They're so loyal to who they are as people with their family that they forget that we need the attention too. But it's a good start. If they're demonstrating this quality that they're really strong within the morals and strength of family, that's really good. So that's a really good sign, to be fair. Let's have a look further. We do have the Six of Wands, so this is very success indeed. It's like Jordan at the moment wants the sweet nectar. So this brings an element of huge success. It is a little bit of a shame that this lady is moving the hummingbird with like the carrot and the horse or the donkey or whatever. But nevertheless, at least she's got that movement going. So I think success is a good thing coming your way with that. So these two extremely good cards. So I think Jordan is well on his way for that. When we have the Seven of Swords, this is something different because, thank you, Jen Love. So with the Seven of Swords, this is a little bit difficult because this is always taking away from. So like I said, that they kind of really like certain aspects within their family. And if they're giving too much time to like nieces, nephews, the mum, the dad, and too much responsibilities of that, or they could be giving too much away to their career, building up the career in such a way that they're neglecting the emotional side that needs to take place. There is an element of success that this can happen, but sometimes we forget when we're building up something that we're taking away something that is very, very precious. And that is time, and that is quality of sharing together. So it needs a definite balance. So when we are successful in relationships or in anything, we need to carry that forward, definitely. Also, we have here the Eight of Swords. So this is a tying up of a situation that we can't free ourselves. So one needs to really discuss with Jordan what it is that they want long term. Now, sometimes people are very closed off about that, and that's probably this is a demonstration. But because we got the Seven of Swords and now we got the Eight of Swords, this is kind of an aspect where it becomes a little bit difficult in their mind about what it is that they want. So it's almost like they're not ready to fully commit. Violet, thank you. But look at this with the Ten of Cups. So it's quite good, isn't it? So I think on the whole, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups in the reading, that they can face the fears of a lack of time or a lack of opportunity. There's certainly enough opportunity here to grow this relationship a lot further than they're actually believing. So instead of kind of going, I can't do it, here is a success to do it. And there's a conclusion of you definitely can do it. Don't be despondent if Jordan work too much or they have to be with their family, or they're a type of person who's giving their time to a gym or a sport or something like that. It doesn't mean to say they're not into their relationship. So this might be a reflection of you. Is he taking too much time from the relationship? And I have to say, no, it's just the way they are. Because when these two are together, this is magical. This is really gold. You definitely want these two together within relationship readings. It shows they've got the commitment, but they've got the love for the commitment. Do you know what I mean? Whoa. Pretty exciting, isn't it? So hopefully that helps. Not sure if you heard that reading or not. KTP. Right, Jenny Love, thank you for the donation. And Violet, of course. Violet, is that a yes or no answer? Oh, you were here. Are you enthused? I was very enthused about that reading. I hope you are too. He talks. He talks. What do we mean he talks? I'm glad he talks. Yeah, okay. All right, but scared to commit. Yeah, you can see that, but it doesn't mean to say he doesn't love you or the ability to do so. The commitment, it will come. Give it time, Katie. That's got huge, but don't rock the boat with this one, Katie, because this is a good relationship. All right, I think it's good. Don't push it. Don't kind of expect to run before it can walk. All right, so yeah, it's nice. I'd be jumping for joy if I were you. Don't rock the boat. No rocking boats. Right, Jen Love. Is there potential with Gemini? Jose. Right. Jen Love, I'm going to be rude and do Violet first, because theirs is just a yes/no answer. Is that all right? Violet, I'm going to do a yes/no answer for you. Is that all right, love? Right. Will Brandon and Maya get engaged? Let's have a look. Will Brandon and Maya get engaged? It's quicker. Right. That's not rude. It's just quicker and they might be busy or whatever. And you know I like to spend a long time on our Jen. Right, Violets. This is for Violet. Dun, 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 dun. Maya and Brandon. Oh, Brandon and Maya. I should warn people before I do that. Fire in the hole. Right, let's have a look. I would definitely say yes. Strong possibility there of doing that. I know that's there, but we had Gerber, which is fire. Queen of Pentacles is the birth of the new idea. Ace of Swords is definitely yes. So I think that's quite a strong yes. Yes. I hope that's the answer you wanted. It's probably not, is it? It's probably not. Can't be helped. No worries. Remember, things can change. Right. Gen Love is a potential with Gemini and Jose. It's always potential. Right. I'm just thinking what deck I can give you. Right. I don't think you had this deck. Actually, you haven't had this deck. Let me do this one for you. Thank you, guys. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, my daughter, she does listen to live, so anyway, my daughter, she's nearly 30. Oh my God! Right, she thought tarot cards were evil because it's hearsay. And there are pieces of paper, allegedly. We should actually sell them a bit more. Oh yes, they're really illegal. So it's very difficult to be with somebody who thinks like that. However, I'm telling the story of my daughter. So she thought tarot cards was evil, even though she knew I did it. So she must have thought her mum was evil. And as you very well know, when we have Christians come into rooms and spout off about Jesus Christ is your saviour, yes, and repent of your sins. What sins? Do you know the word sin is just imperfect? So right, okay, so we're imperfect. So what? We are perfect in our imperfections. So people think because of Hollywood. Now, this has been looked into, and tarot, the original tarot, when it's used correctly and not for if I wear a ring tomorrow at 6 o'clock, what will happen? But if tarot is used properly, then it's really got some really deep meanings. So anyone who hasn't investigated tarot in its unique form or using it as a spiritual tool, they don't know what the heck they're on about. Now, if my daughter says, oh, they're evil, and now she's learning it, what does that tell you? Well, we'd pay taxes if we were actually paid enough money. I did 6 hours work for £4. And you know that £4, YouTube takes 30% off it. So I got £4 because it was donated through SUPERCHAT, and then YouTube takes money off me. So how can I pay taxes on that? Are you having a laugh? Now, if my name was one of the big boys that are on YouTube and they have donations of $250 every bleeding time, then yeah, you would expect them to pay taxes. And you know another thing? The tax man will be watching them and then go, excuse me, buddy, have you paid your taxes? I have no idea what fallacy means. And circular fallacy. Wouldn't have a clue. What the heck does he know? Who is he? I don't earn enough. Nobody pays me enough. I don't earn any money. You know that, guys. I sit here for bleeding hours. Nobody, you know, taxes. I actually got a tax rebate because I don't pay taxes. A fallacy is a mistaken belief. Oh, is it? Oh, fallacy. Believing in a lie. Yeah, it is a lie, but it's also the truth. So he's right. He's not wrong. Hey. Let's have a look. What is there a potential with Gemini? He's a Gemini as well. Oh my goodness. So he's in his mind anyway. Not that we're insulting Geminis. Say, I'll do you a tarot reading with my funny Disney tarot deck. Oh, you don't believe in Disney? Yeah. No, don't use that deck. Everything's a lie. Everything's truthful and everything's a lie. You're in duality. It's bound to happen. What is this guy? He's not a philosopher, is he? Jose is definitely not a philosopher. He needs to philosophize. He needs to be a philosopher. Get philosophizing and stop being fixed. Lemon Geminis in their head. In their head. Right, let's have a look. Let's not be biased here. Oh my goodness. Right, I can see why you're attracted to it. It doesn't matter. Bit of fun. He might have a good downstairs department. Oh, Bev, what are you doing? I don't know. Who knows? Right, let's have a look. Oh, correct, man, soul. Well spoken. Man, soul for president. Oh, should we see if he's got a good downstairs? Oh, we haven't made it over 18. Jen, we're going to have to do an over 18 session, aren't we? Right. We need to. Oh, we'll do that. Can do it tomorrow night. The over 18. It would. We'll do an over 18. Why not? Right. It's like saying Russia doesn't exist. I keep mentioning that, but I don't know whether you did that on purpose, but that's so funny. You spelled trust the wrong way, and that's so funny. No, I know you're not stupid, and I said that to you before. You know, you really, really are intelligent. You know it. That's I told you after you did all those exams, I said you should have gone to university. Right, anyway, let's have a look. Right, let's not skip poor Jose. They can't help it. He's Gemini. Right, let's have a look. Jen Love and Jose. Connection between Jen and Jose. Potential. Poor Jose, I feel sorry for you already. dear. Right, where's the love connection cards? No idea. As usual. Oh, could be anywhere. I could be anywhere. No idea what now. No idea. No idea. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right, so let's have a look. So, yeah, oh, I'd love to see that. So we do have the Knight of Cups. What's going on down there? Normal. What are you doing? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what button I've pressed. Right, okay. Yes, there is potential here. Of course, there's potential. There's a potential to go out with the devil is potential. If we look at the word potential, everything has potential. However, we do have the Knight of Cups here. So this is an element of love coming our way. But it's in the messages and understanding. It is healthy to not be the same, not have the same opinion as our partners. I mean, good grief. If I didn't have the what am I trying to say here? Me and my husband, he just does not think like me. Do you know what I mean? So that is funny. Oh yeah, funny dude. But yeah, we don't have to think the same to have a relationship. So sometimes it's fun, and then you can just laugh at them and go, "Oh well, never mind." So this is showing. I always see the Knight of Cups as being overly romantic, overly idealistic about a lot of things. So this is one of the aspects that this is bringing. It's like, oh yes, look at me, I'm right. Yeah, right, okay, fair enough. Ah, look at this, Knight of Swords. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, we don't like the Knight of Swords. Well, I don't like the Knight of Swords. So we can see this funny. Yeah, exactly. The pieces of cards, very nice cards sometimes, but nevertheless. So we have the Knight of Swords here, and we can see Mr. Gemini is very narrow-minded, and he's going backwards. So every time we bring love into the situation, he'll go, dang, dang, dang. Oh, I like this idea. No, you don't. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun, isn't it? I'm not a great fan of the Knight of Swords. Exactly. That's what I said before. When you're in duality, everything's a lie. When you're in duality, everything is the truth. It has to exist together. End of. So if people can't see that, then people can't see that. It doesn't matter. Move on. But nevertheless, ding 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 ding. It's quite fun that. I like it. Right. Also, we have the two of this is very Gemini, isn't it? If we ever saw one. Is that upside down? So his Gemini mind is always going to come into a conflict. But that's okay. It doesn't matter because everything does have potential. So maybe the sparks that come off each other is teaching us what we do think, how we think, and to learn how to have an opinion. Me and Mad Soul will have endless conversations about stuff, and he has his opinion about certain things, and I have my opinion, but we still love each other and like each other and respect each other's opinions. But it doesn't mean to say we're going to go have a hissy fit and go, I'm not speaking to you if you don't think like me. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? What the hell have you written here? Schrodinger's cat, basic stuff. I don't know what he's on about now. Anyway, so there are always two sides to the equation. So it just depends what you want out of relationships. This could be a really nice friendship where you do discuss philosophy, where you do discuss religion, spirituality, and what things are, because minds do need to be questioned. It's always good to question. But when you're fixed, that's a really... Oh, when you're fixed, then that means you're stuck. And this is why we have an expression: if you are confused, that's a good thing to actually be. Confusion is good because you're not fixed and you're not stale and you're not stagnant about something. So if you go, I'm confused about this spirituality, that's good because inside you're asking questions. So the two of you together can be really good if you want that kind of discussions. All right, okay. Also, with the Three of Pentacles, you can work together on a practical level. So the practicality of what comes together is a really good aspect to have a look at. When we have in Chinese and Japanese money system, we have the thread that goes through the coins. So all your opinions and all what you can bring together is quite solid and is a workable situation. So it depends if you both are annoyed with each other or find it invigorating. And with the Three of Pentacles here, it does mean that you can work things together. So that's really nice. And the last card we do have is the Hierophant. So this is a good match, believe it or not. You know, with the Two of Swords here, about these two minds being very sharp and listening to the spiritual side of what things are, is a really good kind of thing to actually listen to. So if Jose is a good listener, and you too are a good listener, then together things can be discussed, practicalities, romance. There's not a lot of romance in here, other than the Knight of Cups, but as I said, that's quite kind of fleeting. So, you know, hopefully the downstairs department, you know, might be okay. But generally, if they take offense to anything, then it's not going to work. But yeah, as I said, everything has potential. And this one does have potential in a meeting of a spiritual mindset. So if that's the most important thing within this relationship, then it is good to have these discussions. It is good to have that workable aspect. And it just means having that sharp wit, sharp mindedness, having humor. If they are displaying humor and they can laugh at themselves within how fixed they are at times, then that's also a workable relationship. So I think it does have an element of nicety in it. Hello. Yeah, Megan. Yeah, we are indeed. Also, Jen, what we have for you, you've got this is Tiwa's, it's the thunder, it's the strength card. So have strength to what you have. It's almost like having that backbone and willpower, definitely the willpower of what things are going forward with. But yeah, as I said, everything has potential, but interesting mindset going on there. Hello. Yes, we are taking. Thank you, Jen Love, for the donation, and hope family is all right. We'll discuss that later. Megan, would you like a free card? Yeah, thank you, Megan. Let's have a look for Megan today. Thank you, Megan. So let's see what's going on for Megan today. Right, Megan, you do have the Four of Pentacles here. Now, turn the pack upside. No, I don't know why I did that. Right, Megan. So sometimes when we have the Four of Pentacles, it shows that some of the energies can be quite fixed, which means, are we trusting where we are within our life? Are we trusting to open up just a little bit more to allow the abundance to flow, the abundance of love, the abundance of prosperity within our life? So we don't need to shut off or stay safe. Sometimes we need to go forward and understand what we can give is what we can receive as well. So, but being more open to a lot of things will help in the long run. All right, Megan? Hopefully that helps today. Thank you, Megan. Have a great evening or morning, wherever people are. Thank you so much, Megan. Thanks for visiting. Great to have you. Does anybody else would like a free one card reading, or do you want a question, or what? What? Great to see everyone today. Hopefully everyone's fine. Okay. All right, so thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you to my moderators, Mad Soul Tarot, for working exceptionally hard today with the list, and also for Jen Love, and Valerie came in, which was nice. Thank you for the 5 people who have their free card readings today. It is always the first 5 people in my lives do get a free question of 3 cards, so that's nice. And we'll see you all soon. Thank you for attending. Have a good trip home. Adios, amigos.